And we're down to only 6 runners. I mean, someone like Andreas Jurbeck, he's going to feel really squeezed. He's got a nice chip stack, but Andy Black, it's just enormous. Eddie Scharf has been a little quiet. All in, says Eddie Scharf, with just a queen jack.
And this is the dangers of making it 7,000. If he makes it 9 or 10, maybe Eddie Scharf doesn't go all in right here.
But how does Eddie Scharf know that it isn't a cheeky little raise with
Like,
2 queens?
Big with the big hand. I just don't think he thinks Jurbeck has that move in his arsenal.
I guess he doesn't, but you've got to factor in, Scharf is all in for 22,000. Jurbeck, he started the pot with about 65,000. He can afford to gamble with the German. What do you think? Do you call with these cards?
Well, this is a really tough one. He's getting over 2-1 for his money. Once again, sometimes you have to follow up a mistake with another mistake, but it's actually the correct thing to do. He's going to have to gamble with them.
He can't get knocked out. He's getting a great price.
Yep.
He has called!
He's forced to gamble with them.
And Eddie Scharf will be very relieved to find out that he's ahead with the queen high.
2-1 favorite.
But of course, if he doesn't stay ahead, he's going to be out in 6th place.
This is Eddie Scharf's tournament life at stake right here, right now.
Let's see. I didn't have the 7-8 as spade. Here
And
comes.
of course, they both got spades, so there's no extra edge there for Jurbeck.
There comes 8, 5.
That's safe
4.
for Eddie Scharf. He's praying. No 9, no 10, no 7. He doesn't want to see that either.
Turn card. 4.
Oh, that's safe as well.
Only a 9 or 10 will help Jurbeck.
Nice.
Oh, the cruelty. Eddie Scharf, double World Series bracelet winner. So patient at this table. Got it in with the best of it, and he's out.
Wow. And Jurbeck put a bad beat on Eddie Scharf, and Eddie Scharf will exit in 6th place.
I really never got into the game. I tried playing right from the start. I raised with nothing, and actually I never really had a hand. I mean, I think Ace Jack was about the best I had. I think either Roland or Andy will win. Probably if Roland has enough chips, I think he'll beat him heads up.
With that shock exit of Eddie Scharf, the prize money gets serious. The next player out will receive $20,000. Will it be David Ty, who's lowest in chips, or will it be maybe one of the crazier, more gambly players in the middle?
Pass.
Andreas Jurbeck, very happy now. He's got about 90,000 in chips. He's going to have a little rest. Surinder Sunar looks like he's going to make a raise.
He's reaching for chips. And he does.
Raise to 8,000.
Raises it up to 8,000.
Ace 3 doesn't really want action.
A little ace.
And the short stack David Ty finds a much nicer hand behind him. Is it all in?
Sure does. Ace 10 off. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he pushed all in here.
Roland de Wolf is still waiting there behind Ty. I wonder if that's a factor.
And
He
look
is
at
all
this.
in.
David Ty pushes all in from the little
Oh,
blind.
Roland de Wolf is all in as well behind. What the hell is he for 2 queens?
2 queens.
What?
Wow.
I mean, Sunara's going to move out of the way, certainly, with this ace 3,
yeah,
but...
this is an easy laydown for Surinder, at least.
Pass.
Oh, they're horrific for David Ty. He's made absolutely the right move against Surinder. How could he know that the wolf, lurking in the woods, dressed like grandma, has got 2 queens?
Up comes King, 5, deuce.
No ace there, no funny draws.
David needs an ace to stay in the tournament.
Ace badly needed for survival
Turn card.
from David Ty.
Jack.
Well, that gives him a few more outs
Ace
now.
or
Yeah,
queen.
one of the 2 remaining queens gives him a straight.
4.
No!
Make a straight.
And David Ty goes out in 5th place.
Great performance. I mean, he won the whole tournament last year. He made the final this year. It's good night, David Ty.
I guess this has to be my worst time in Cardiff, but only by default, really. I had a good time today. Pretty card dead for a lot of it. Did what I could. Tried something at the end, but ran into Roland's queens. I think Roland and Andy are looking pretty good at the moment. I'm fairly confident they'll end up heads up, and I don't know. I think Andy's just got an edge on him. I think when Andy plays his A game, it's just a slightly bit better, and Well, you don't know, but I fancy Andy for this one.
Welcome back to the final table of Party Poker Late Night Poker. In the blink of an eye, it seems, we're down to 4 players. And we're going to do another Late Night Poker retro hand now. We're just going to watch this next hand from the point of view of Roland de Wolf. We'll just see his 2 cards.
Pass.
Andy Black on the button. With the big chip lead, he passes. And Roland in the small blind, he finds no hand, really.
Oh, well, name hand, the love handle.
And he's
Check.
just called. He's completed the blinds and...
And I don't mind if I call there at all with that hand. King 3-7 uncoordinated flop, and he instantly checks.
yeah,
I would prefer a lead there by Roland de Wolf. That way, if Jorbeck doesn't have any pair at all, I win the pot right there.
Jorbeck's not looking terribly confident.
Bet 3,000.
Well, confident enough to bet 3,000.
Yeah, he's bet half the pot. I guess he could have a 3 or a 7.
What? Look at this. Roland de Wolf calls.
He's flat called it. It's amazing. He can only have called in order to take it off him on the turn. It must be a check raise he's got in mind.
That's the only thing I can think of, too.
Check.
I mean, I love that.
Check, check. Why didn't Roland lead on the turn?
He's going to have to bet now. I mean, the only reason to call on the flop is to bluff it later. It's a sophisticated move, and he absolutely must bet it here.
You only see this move normally from top pros. I mean, this is a really sophisticated play. Call so you can bluff on a later street.
Is there any chance that Jorbeck is holding
Bet 8,000.
a strong hand?
You know, even if Jorbeck has a pair of 3s, bottom pair here, and maybe 7s, I think he'd have bet the 7s on the turn. But he could have 3s here, and this is a tough spot for him. He's got to call 8,000. If he has a 3, I don't think he can make the call, and then de Wolf made a great play, and de Wolf takes down the pot. But look, Jorbeck was on a complete bluff too. De Wolf actually had the best hand all along, was bluffing with the best hand.
Yeah, but it was all about that flat call on the flop. It just looks like a pair at least.
It looked dangerous for certain.
The blinds go up 2,000, 4,000, which means Surinder Sunar, first to speak, is going to find poker particularly expensive.
When this situation happens, sometimes it just forces you to gamble. You just have to start taking some chances. Let's see if now's the time for Surinder Sunar.
Oh,
Whoa.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm going to say that he wants to gamble. He says, you start. You go first. Ace-Queen offsuit.
Raise to 12,000.
Wow. He's not moved all in.
No, I like it. I like it. 12,000. Let him consider trying to push you off the hand.
40.
And looky here. Roland de Wolf with an ace-9 offsuit.
He's
Raise to
calling.
30,000.
No, he raised it.
Pass.
Oh, he's raised it. He's made it 30,000. Surinder can't back down now.
No. Surinder has no choice but to push all in and hope for the best. And he comes with the rest of them. Nope. Did he just call?
He's just called.
Wow. I did not even consider that a possibility.
He's left himself about 15,
Well,
20,000 behind.
5-5-6. He's got to come with the rest. This is a pretty easy all-in for Surinder now. He's got almost all his chips out there.
Call.
Well, he is all in, and the cards are going to come over. And I
No,
think
he's still got a few chips left. And now he puts them.
yeah, he saved 2,000 to bet the turn.
I got out.
All he has to do is dodge an 8 or a 9.
So Surinder in with ace queen playing against ace
Surinder-
9 from Roland.
Sooners tournament life on the line. This is a huge pot, one of the biggest pots tonight. 108,000 in the middle of this pot.
9.
And it's a 9. Oh my gosh, and just like that, we're down to 3.
Oh, Surinder. I mean, I told you, Robert, earlier that coming to Cardiff in the last few years, Surinder Sunar's had such bad luck, but
And his
nothing
luck
like this.
Continues.
All the chips in for a huge tournament leading pot with a massive lead against Roland de Wolf, and that 9, murderous.
Well, it's very disappointing because I mean, at the end of the day, the cards come the way they come. There's no control.